Hey guys, it's Crazy Coupons. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video, we're going to be going over part 4 of our Dollar General clearance event deals and coupon matchups. If you missed it, in part 3, we went over household and paper products. In part 2, we went over all of the food items, and in part 1, we went over all of the seasonal categories and sales that will be running with this clearance event. I did mess up in part 2 by leaving out one important deal. We have the Captain Crunch Cream Pop cereal included in this clearance event, and we have a 2 off 2 digital coupon, so that's going to leave you paying $1.54 for 2 boxes. Alright, now let's go ahead and take a look at some more awesome, crazy deals that will be included. Here we have all of the razor deals. We do have some shave gels included. We have coupon matchups and DG cashback offers. Now, I do want to let you know, anytime you see a DG cashback offer, we probably have that same exact rebate on Ibotta. On most of the items in today's video that have a DG cashback offer, I have included a slide with a picture of the Ibotta rebate as well, but there are a handful that I left out. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. I have been working around the clock trying to get all of these visuals and coupon matchups done and up and out to you all, so just bear with me on a few things. Now, I also want to give you guys a heads up. I have been receiving specific requests for items in the comments section. So, I have been putting together some YouTube shorts that will answer those questions, and I will be posting those YouTube shorts not only here on YouTube, but also on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. So, if you're not following me on the other platforms, you might want to go and check it out. Alright, now we're going to move on into our household products. This will include cleaning supplies and laundry products that you need to be on the lookout for. But don't forget, in part 3, we have even more household items. Now, this category brought up several things that I wanted to kind of point out and make sure everyone was aware of. Number 1, please keep in mind your miles may vary. Specifically with our cleaning supplies, we do have select cleaning supplies that are your miles may vary. You're not going to find those deals at all stores, and I will point out which specific deals I'm talking about. But just in general, as with all things Dollar General, whether it is couponing, prices, penny shopping, clearance items, nothing can be guaranteed 100% because there's just too many Dollar General stores out there. And that brings me to my next point, which is the prices that you're seeing on your screen. So, if you will take a look in the bottom right-hand corner, I have included the UPC codes on the majority of these items for you. There's always been a big misconception in the DG community that the UPC codes are there to help you find the items at the stores in your area. So you can look up the item before you leave your house and you can see where those items are in stock. That is false, and I really wish other creators would push that out there a little bit more, because it's a big misconception. If you look up these items, these are all discontinued items. So in the app, they're going to show up as out of stock or not sold at this store because the store will not be reordering these items. Same thing when it comes to our penny list and penny shopping. I always say never trust what the inventory says in the app because it's wrong 99.9% of the time. I mean, you might get lucky once or twice, but it's usually wrong. Either the app will tell you that the item is out of stock and you're standing there staring at 20 on the shelf, or the app will say there's 20 in stock and there will be 0 on the shelf. And that brings us to the next question, which is, what in the world are these UPC codes good for then? Well, I will explain everything in just a couple of minutes, but first we're coming up on the cleaning supplies that are only going to be 50% off at select stores. So I'm going to mark this little subcategory of cleaning supplies with a thumbs up on the screen. Once you see that thumbs up disappear, you will know that little subcategory has ended. And then you'll be back to just looking at our regular clearance items that you can find at most stores. Alright, now let's get back to explaining the UPC code situation. So, I received a question on the community tab a couple days ago. How do we know if our store is going to be 50% off or 70% off? Well, here's where those UPC codes come in handy, and they will also help you find the stores where these select cleaning supplies will be marked down as well. Because the one and only thing that the UPC codes are actually useful for and reliable for is to price check. Now, do you need to screenshot all of these items so that you have every single UPC code in this clearance event? No, you do not. Do you need to write down every single UPC code that's in these videos? No, you do not. Please do not waste your time. If you do that, you're going to end up with like 2,000 pictures on your phone, and it's going to slow everything down. If you write it down on a piece of paper, well, you're going to have an entire stack of papers to deal with, and nobody wants that. That gives me a headache just thinking about it, so we're not going to do that. All you need to do is pick out 5 or 6 UPC codes. You just need a handful. Then, first thing Friday morning, you're going to open up your DG app. You're going to select the store that you want to check. You're going to go into your list feature, click on the little barcode, type in your UPCs. Check the prices, see if they are 50% off or 70% off, and also check to see if those cleaning supplies are marked down. Now, let's pretend that first store is a 50% off store and the cleaning supplies were not marked down. So, we're going to switch to a new store. What I recommend you do is completely exit out of the app and go back in and start the process all over. At the very least, go back to your home page and change your store location there, because what I have noticed is if you're just changing your store location underneath the item, it doesn't always want to change the price. It's like it gets stuck on that first store location, and that's the price that it's going to show you no matter how many times you change the location underneath the item. So now we all know what those pesky UPC codes are actually good for, and we all know how to price check, and we all know to change our store location. We need to exit out of the app and go back in. Please, please, please do not forget there are no dumb questions here on the Craz-E Coupons YouTube channel. So if you have a question, do not hesitate to ask. At some point, everyone here was a beginner. We all had our first clearance event experience. We all went penny shopping for the first time. We all went couponing for the first time. Alright, now, as we are wrapping up today's video, I do want to thank those of you who watched the videos all the way through. You have now seen over 150 items that will be included in this clearance event. And there's plenty more where that came from. We have a ton of items that do not involve coupons or cashback offers, so that will be coming up next in part 5. So you know the drill. Stick around and stay tuned for even more crazy deals.